thanks for joining me. This is going to be a quick video to show you how in the Durex Kodi build you'll be able to access free UFC MMA fights. You'll be able to watch the pay-per-view, and you'll also be able to watch past fights, past pay-per-view fights as well. If you just scroll over to the sports tab or the sports menu item in your Durex build, you'll be able to locate the PLANET MMA application. Now, the PLANET MMA application, it's a great application. It's been around for a while. The developers of that particular application have been actively managing it. Now, in whatever build you're using, sometimes you may lose connectivity to PLANET MMA because the developers of it may have started using a different repository or changed some links, and the build you're using, they're not updating it. But as you see, PLANET MMA developers are very active in maintaining this application. It's an awesome application. If you look, you see that you'll have access to all of the different MMA fighting sources out there, all of the great ones. But most importantly, you'll have access to UFC fight nights. And the reason why UFC fight nights is important is that you'll be able to access past UFC fights by way of UFC fight nights. You'll also be able to see the pay-per-view fights that are occurring as well for UFC. So if I click on UFC fight nights, then I'll be able to access the past UFC fights. And so here I'm going to access the Whitaker versus Romero 2. And while we're waiting for that to load up, one of the things that I like about the Durex build is that the developers of the Durex build, they are active in ensuring that not only their application stays updated, but the links that are available through their application, they really work hard to ensure that those links are working. So once the Whitaker versus Romero 2 fight menu comes up, then I'm able to select any one of those links depending on what I want to see. And in this particular situation, I wanted to see the main event, so I just chose high quality link number 2. You could have chose any of those streams. You'll also see a mention of Real Debris. I haven't started using that, but apparently if you subscribe to Real Debris, you'll be able to see a higher quality video stream from that particular program. Once again, with PLANET MMA, you're able to see live pay-per-view UFC fights. Just click on the application, and it might be in live fight nights. That's where you would go to actually see the live pay-per-view fights when they're going on. However, if you want to see the past UFC pay-per-view fights, just go into UFC fight nights, and you'll be able to witness that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for tuning in.